But we're gonna pick up number 2 there. The book, kind of focuses in this chapter on number 2, using other people's experience to motivate you. When Rasmus Ankersen visited all these places where people have a high performance, he saw that as a common term there. All of them had a role model that they were looking forward to. They were trying to be like, right? They as it were, they had a born again experience when they caught that person in their element. They saw that person in their element and they wanted to be like that person, right? They wanted to be like that person. They saw that person in their element and wanted to be that person. And that became them the light, the joy. They became the glory that they were moving their life towards. You need to find it could be, first of all, you have something, but like we said, part of building the ability is finding a role model. That thing which I want to achieve, who has achieved it before. There's nothing new under the sun. And we're not saying that you should be limited by that thing that you're looking for, but it's just something to start you up, right? Some people want to reinvent the wheel. Some people say, hey, I want to hear from God myself. I want to hear from God myself. I don't want to read anybody's book. Only God will talk to me. No, it's the devil speaking to you at that point in time, not God. God doesn't work that way. That's why babies don't drop from heaven. God makes babies to come through parents for a reason. He makes babies to come through children for a reason, right? And he, more than just that, he has a commandment to it. The first commandment with a promise. God did not even give us a promise when he said we should worship the Lord your God and have no other idol. He didn't give a promise. But when he gave this commandment, he gave a promise to it. Here's a first commandment with a promise. Honor your father and mother. Honor your role model. Honor those that have gone before you. Honor the picture that you see. Because when you honor it, you will live long. You don't have to be capped by what they have done, but they become your starting point. They have paid the price. They have had some experience that you don't have to repeat. You can learn from their experience and then go have your own experience, not an experience that's lower than them, but experience that's higher than them. Find someone that has done what you have done, right? And learn from that person. Let it be your starting point. Don't go make stupid mistakes that people have made already and learn their lessons from it. Make mistakes, but make mistakes that have not been made before. You don't have to repeat mistakes that have been made before. That's why you see rich people, successful people read books. They don't read books because they have nothing else to do. They read books to garner experiences that they don't have to repeat. When they learn from other people's experience, they become better than those experiences. They take it to the next level. They capture their experience and they take it to the next level. Right? You will not live long enough to learn everything that you need to make your life successful yourself. You need to borrow brains, borrow minds. That's how you optimize, you maximize your 24 hours. You only have 24 hours, but when I borrow someone's 24 hours, then I have more than 24 hours in a day. I am talking to you right now. I'm not the only one talking to you. Behind me are my mentors. Behind me are my role models. I'm not the only one you're listening to. As you're listening to me right now, you're listening to Napoleon Hill. You're listening to what's their name? You're listening to a lot of people that I learned from, that I grew from. I didn't get all of this from heaven. I am connected to heaven, no doubt. But heaven doesn't just speak everything to me directly. They don't repeat what they've already told someone else that I can learn from. There are things that heaven tells me directly, no doubt. When I share like this, there are things I hear directly from heaven. But if that's all I hear, I will have nothing to share with you. I have to also study from other people that I've heard from heaven. I don't take what they say hook, line, and sinker. I have to judge everything that I read. Just like I expect you to judge everything that I'm saying right now. You have to be like the Berean Christians that went to check. You have to check. It has to agree with your spirit. It has to agree with your being. I put out a quote this morning about from Bruce Lee. It says, take what is useful, reject what is useless. Everything that I'm saying right now, take what your spirit is agreeing with. If your spirit is not agreeing with it, throw it away. Take what works for you. Takes what will empower your life, what will strengthen your life, will take you to the next level of your existence. Then have your own. It's not what you hear that will change your life, it's the way you hear it. It's not what you hear that changes your life, it's the way you hear it. That is what changes your life. If you hear even if you hear the best of message and you're not able to judge it, to assimilate and rightly align what you're hearing to your life, it can kill you. I remember as I started on my journey on personal development, I was listening to a lot of people, and as it was, I was anxious. I was in a hurry to apply them, so I was just doing them in immature ways. I didn't have the peace, the rest, the confidence, the swag that I have today. Obviously, my today has to be better than my yesterday. But you see, I had them in ways where uh, there were holes in them. They still help me, but probably not as effective as they had to for me today. And in that wise, it was good. It was my learning days. It was my growing days. Just that when I look at my life today and I look at my life then, and I just say, oh, you mean that's what I did? And that's what you expected, right? My today must be better than my yesterday.